Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Tuesday evening, and this evening we are talking about changes in spending. And the reason this is coming to my head is I read a report today saying that there is an increase in the number of people looking to do or looking to have what they call a direct cremation, which is that there's no church service, there's no cremation service. The funeral directors just do the cremation, and they can either scatter the ashes in a garden of remembrance or give the ashes back to the family, but that's basically it. There's no wake, there's no real anything. And a lot of people are starting to look at this now, just with costs the way they're going, and thinking, why would I give my family a £3, £4, £5,000 bill when I could spend less than 2,000 and everything will be done? So that got me thinking too, what else? What else do we spend on that's changing? Obviously, one of the biggest things is weddings. They have got bigger and more in your face, I suppose, over the last few years. And I think we might see an increase in people doing small yet intimate, or intimate and bijou. And also things like gender reveals, baby showers, hen nights, stag nights. The excesses of the last few years, shall we say, with so many parties, so many big things, splashy things, celebrations that are all inclusive and have your balloons, your streamers, your fireworks, your costumes, etc., etc. I think there's going to be a bit of a reining back on that, because there's a lot of people who are not going to be able to afford it anymore. So these industries of, I don't know how to describe it really, but you know what I mean, the big things where people are out and about and it's costing a lot of money, they've got a lot of people, they're doing things, whereas it didn't used to be a thing that was done. Do you know, like gender reveals? They're quite recent. Do you know, hen and stag parties weren't what they are now when I was younger. Um, Baby showers, quite new. You've also got prom for the kids. That was the American invention that came over here. And there's a lot of things that over the past probably 30 years, as people have enjoyed a better standard of living, these things have happened and these things have been enjoyed by many. I mean, some great parties have been had. But I think with this cost of living crisis, these things are going to change. And I'm reading in the paper today, Argos is looking to close a couple of places. B&M's closing, Ocado's struggling. There's a lot of places who are starting to draw things in a bit. And that means there's going to be job losses, there's going to be less wages going about, and people are going to have to cut their cloth to suit. So when I have that sort of thought, I'm like, yeah, I need to look and see what my intentions were, what I was looking at before, and I need to start looking now at how to change it. And things that I would be looking at would be that if there was something like, say, a birthday party or whatever, instead of going for the big party, I would be going for somewhere smaller, make it more desirable by making it for less people. Things like that. That would be the way I would be going. And I think a lot of people are going to start doing that in the next year or so, because there just isn't going to be the disposable income that we've had for the past decade or so. It's just not going to be available to us all. So yeah, that's my thought. I think spending habits are going to change, and it's not just going to be events. You know, there's things like your nail bars, your hairdressers, your gyms, your saunas, your tanning salons, things that are not actual necessities, I think could start to struggle if things don't improve for us in the UK pretty shortly. So yeah, I think spending habits are going to change quite considerably. And the fact that people who are looking at preparing for a funeral have already said or started saying, I'm not going to pay that. I'm going to, leave more money to my family or spend it now. I need the money now rather than doing that. I think that's a good thing. So yeah, that is my thought for today. I am now about to go and do my waste not, want not dinner. I am having corned beef hash with the potatoes out of my Too Good to Waste box, the corned beef that was left over from the holidays, and stuff. So hope you're having a good evening, and I will catch you later.